Hey everyone, I'm Naomi, and today I want to lead you through the 5 poses that you can do to get you a little bit more ready for wheel pose. Now, part of the reason that I want to share this is I think that we have this big idea that wheel pose is super intimidating and it requires a lot of warm-up and all kinds of other stuff. We tell ourselves a lot of stories when it comes to full wheel. And so part of what I want to do today is demystify some of those big stories, take the fear out of it a little bit, and give you just 5 easy poses that you can use to wake up your body and to make yourself ready to really work on this pose. Because it's actually kind of a fun pose, right? Like wheel pose sort of makes us feel like we're kids again. So, and I don't think it should be super intimidating. So, all that said, you will need 2 blocks, and that's it. Just you and 2 blocks in your mat and a few minutes to play with wheel. So, first pose, number 1. Very first pose that you're going to do is cat-cow, all right? So come onto your hands and knees. And you're starting with cat-cow mainly just to wake up your spine. So as you inhale, lengthen your belly and chest forward. Exhale, round up. Just a few more times here. Notice where you have more freedom of movement in your spine and where you feel a little tighter, like where you're pushing a little bit. If you feel like you're pushing a little bit, just go slower. Pull back. And just a few more here. Making sure to get every inch of your spine. And rolling through your spine, kind of like a wave. Back and forth. You might hear some weird sounds in the background. That's my son playing with his cars. And now start to add just a little bit of child's pose to your cat-cow. So you're going to exhale back to your heels, child's pose, and then pull through into cobra. So you're avoiding chaturanga. Just shift forward and back. Lower your hips, pull your chest through, bend your elbows. Just a little bit more of a dynamic cat-cow. Just a few more of these. All right, and then make your way into downward facing dog. So downward facing dog is pose number 2. So downward facing dog is a great pose to just feel the extension from your chest down into your arms. That sense of weight bearing in your arms, but also the strength of your legs. Let's take a few more breaths in your downward facing dog. Press intentionally through each of your fingers. Lift your arm bones so your shoulders are engaged and stretch out. And take a full breath in your pose number 2, downward facing dog. Full breath out. And then lower your knees, lower onto your belly. Cobra pose is number 3. Okay, so place your hands next to your chest. Now be really clear, next to your chest is not up in front of your shoulders. It's next to your actual chest. Okay, now press into your hands. And as you press into your hands, lift up through your shoulders. Give your shoulders a little bit of a lift. Okay, extend through your legs, so push out through your legs and curl up. Again, thinking of your spine rising like a wave that kind of holds its shape for a really long period of time, and then lower all the way back down. And we're also going to do a version of cobra pose that I like to call turbo cobra. Okay, so lift up, cobra pose again. Legs are strong. Strong legs is a huge component of wheel pose. Then bend your elbows out to the sides, and you'll lower down a little bit. Now re-engage your legs and stretch up. Try to push the floor away so your hips go up a little higher. Okay, now squeeze your elbows in towards one another and pull your chest through. Right, so even drag your fingers back as you pull your chest through, take your shoulders back. Legs are still strong. Extend through your legs and then lower all the way back down. It's a lot of work, turbo cobra. But what it's doing is it's helping fire your shoulder blades. Okay, really work them and get that pulling through quality that you need for wheel pose. Okay, so you're waking up your upper back, waking up your legs, and getting ready for using them in one really powerful pose. Okay, so one more cobra. No turbo, just regular. Extend evenly through your legs. Give them a good squeeze. So you're pulling your legs towards one another. Press into your feet, press into your hands, and push up. Cobra. Okay. Now remember, in Cobra, you're not like trying to crank your head back. Take your head and your shoulders back evenly with strong legs. Good, and then curl your toes under, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Okay, walk your hands back to your feet. Walk your feet forward towards your hands and fold forward. So you're just resting in Uttanasana. This is not pose number 4. Okay, but so far you've done cat-cow, number 1, down dog, number 2, okay, cobra pose, 3. You're going to do Utkatasana next. So wiggle yourself up towards the front of your mat. You know, bend your knees, lower your hips, Utkatasana, chair pose. Okay, but here's the thing to remember. Okay, Utka in Sanskrit means fierce. Okay, ain't no chair happening here. Nobody sits in a chair like this. Okay, so dig in, move your thighs back, and just hold. This is the shape that your legs often take in wheel pose. So you want your legs to be really strong. You want to be able to push off of them. Yeah, I know. It's everybody's favorite pose, right? Like you are in this pose and you're going, screw wheel pose. This is the pose that I want to do all the time. This is all I need, right? Totally true? Okay. Fall forward. Utkatasana, everybody's favorite pose. Okay. Let's do it again. We're just going to add to it. Okay, so bend your knees, forearms on your thighs. Now, you can keep your forearms here. I like to actually call this pose public restroom pose because I think it's much more accurate than chair. What are you going to do? Okay, much more accurate though, yeah? Am I right? Okay, so forearms can stay on your thighs. Lift your heels. Put your heels back down. Lift your heels. Put them back down. Heels up, down. Heels up, down. Heels up, down. Try it with your arms forward. Not up, forward. Heels up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, left leg back, left knee down. Oh, I know, your legs are relieved for the moment. Press your hands into your right thigh, round back, cat style. Okay, so you get more fullness in the back of your body and your left thigh goes back. Keep as much of yourself back as you can. Start to lunge more deeply into your front leg. Okay, obviously you're going to come with yourself a little bit here. Lift the top of your pelvis up, bottom of your pelvis down. Roll your shoulders back. You can keep your hands at your hips. You can reach towards the floor. Don't worry about lifting your hands up though, or your arms up. Focus is in your left thigh right now and in pushing forward through your left or your right leg. Okay? So you're going past your ankle in this low lunge and getting a deep stretch through your left thigh. Good, good. Now lift your left knee, step up. Hello, Utkatasana, my old friend. Heels up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Left heel down, right leg back, right knee down. Same jam. Hands on your left thigh. Round back. The top of your right thigh goes back. Keep the top of your thigh back. Send your hips down. Okay? So again, it does not matter how far forward your knee goes of your ankle, so long as it's in line with your toes. If your knee starts to go out or go in, you might feel some tweakiness. You might have some problems. Okay? But going past your ankle, not a big deal. Once you get as low as you can, lift the top of your pelvis up. Move the bottom of your pelvis down. And think of this just like in Cobra. Lift up. So you could put your hands next to your chest. Imagine that you're doing Cobra pose and curl back. And get that big stretch up through the front of your body just like you did in Cobra pose. Okay, full breath in. Full breath out. Hands to the floor. Coming back to your knees. Okay, so those are your 5 poses. 5 poses you need to do for wheel. And of course, now that you're all warm, let's do wheel. Okay, so this is where your 2 blocks come in. So, if you have trouble getting up into wheel, welcome these blocks. You're going to take these blocks and you're going to place them on the wall. Hey, buddy, you want to hang out while we do wheel pose? It's like, yeah, why not? Okay, so here's the thing with the blocks. They don't go flat down. They go on the diagonal. Okay, and the reason they go on the diagonal is that they're actually trying to help you push off. So if you'll notice, I'm propping them up in the diagonal here against my bricks. If you have a baseboard, prop them on the baseboard. That's going to work a lot better. Here's how it's going to work, though. Okay, I'll lie down on my back. My hands go on these diagonal blocks. And then all of that work that you were doing to push forward, that's where this happens. So I'm going to push away from the blocks, come up, and then push up. Oh, so much easier, right? Way easy. And then you look up. Whoa! You try not to land on your child who has decided to slide underneath you during this one moment. Okay? So, you use the blocks to give you a little bit of an angle so you can push forward more to get into your legs. All right? Now, I'm going to show you how to do that without the blocks. All right? I'm going to show you how to do that without the blocks away from the wall. But if you really like those, forget that. If you really like, hey, buddy. Try not to break the screen, okay? If you really, really like the blocks, keep using them, right? The blocks are fine. Yeah, you can say bye. That's cool. Bye. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. You're good now. Archer, scoot. Thank you. All right, so here's how it's going to go. All right? So, can you stand right here for me? So here's how it's going to go. Hands next to your chest or next to your head. This is what happens when kids get involved. They get a little distracting, right? So hands right next to your head, but a little bit wider. Heel of your hands probably won't come to the ground, and that's okay. Now the goal is to push away from your hands in order to get onto the top of your head. So I'm going to push. See how my knees are going forward, my heels are going up? I'm going to push forward, curl onto the top of my head. I stop here mostly to readjust, to slide my arm bones back so I can push more into my legs to lift up. Right, and that same push from my legs forward into my chest is exactly what you were doing in all the other poses. It's a push forward into your legs and then back into your chest. Then you look up, bye. Lower down, bye-bye, bye-bye. And that's your wheel, okay? So, to recap, the 5 poses that will help you prepare for wheel, really basic. Cat-cow to warm up your spine. Come here, kiddo. Come sit with me. The 5 poses that will help you warm up your spine. Cat-cow is number 1. Downward facing dog, number 2. Number 3, cobra pose. Number 4, that's Utkatasana or chair pose, but lifting your heels up, prepping yourself to go forward. Okay, and the final pose, number 5, is that low lunge, also known as Anjaneyasana, where you're getting that big stretch through the front of your thigh, big opening through your chest, just like you did in cobra pose, which is exactly what you need in wheel pose. And then, once you get into wheel, you can grab your blocks, put them diagonally on the wall, and start pressing away from your hands into your legs to give yourself more power to lift yourself up. Okay? And then you can try it again on the floor instead of using the blocks and see if you can find that same push away into your legs so that you can get up onto your head with more ease. Okay? So, block. Yeah, that's a block. You've got a block. So hopefully, I know, right? Householder life, y'all. Hopefully you enjoy the fact that my kid gets to join me for yoga because you know what? I'd rather him be here than sort of forcing him away somewhere else where he can't see all the awesomeness that yoga is. So thanks for watching this video of me and my son. Bye! Come here, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope this has been useful. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know if this has been helpful for you. Let me know if this makes your wheel pose a little bit easier. And as always, if you like these videos, please subscribe in that bottom right corner. Hit that button. Or, like gently tap that button with your mouse so that you can get access to all of my videos when they come out every Monday. New video lands every Monday. So let me know what you think, and I will see you on the mat again really soon. Say bye. Time to say goodbye. Bye. Bye.